One of the questions I'm being asked, and all of us are being asked, can I get insurance? Mike, if I buy this property, can I get insurance? How much is my insurance gonna be? Not all areas are affected by insurance as some others.
Like in the flood zone, you know, that firm map and the rate forecast are basically saying, I think in Lee County, I wanna say it was around like, the average is around $1,000 a year for flood insurance. And basically what they're saying is it's eventually gonna get up to like $4,000 or $5,000 a year, depending on where you're at, the flood zone, that kind of thing.
That all depends on where it's at.
Right, so there are some unknowns, especially if you have a mortgage, because you have to have flood insurance, and that could fluctuate a little bit, so you want to make sure you can afford that.
Well, you have to have insurance, flood insurance, if you're in a flood zone.
If you have a mortgage.
Yeah, if you have a mortgage. But if you're not in a flood zone and you got a mortgage, you don't need flood insurance.
You could have it if you'd like, but then there's certain areas like 33908 is basically all A zone. There are some pockets of X zone that we can point you in the right direction to. So I think, you know, some buyers are saying, you know, maybe I should just not be in a flood zone. I said, well, let's get out the flood map. We'll look at where the X zones are, and there's some good pockets of town.
So you're gonna be able to get insurance. Some areas it might cost you a little bit more. I've got an owner that had insurance of $18,000 last year. It jumped up to $39,000. He doesn't have a mortgage, so maybe he doesn't do wind. Maybe he doesn't do flood, because he didn't get any flooding. He didn't get any damage. And his deductible's so high, he's basically saying, Mike, I might even just go self-insured. So you can go self-insured if you don't have a mortgage.